guys, Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life. So, I am back. This is a special one. It's going to start something. I just noticed. Well, this is Journey into Forgeworld. That's right, we're going back to the Forgeworld, and this one's a big one. I know it's not this guy. This is where I'm at on him. I'm still pretty much in the same spot. I'm just taking things slow nowadays. I'm still working on him getting some more wolf pelts. I have a couple that came in that I'm just going to slowly put on here and affix to him and stuff. He's actually pretty much down to the painting process for the most part, because everything else that needs to go on him is his armor panels and stuff. But those aren't going to go on until I'm completely done painting the understructure. It's just the best way to do those. I mean, if anybody's ever messed with them, even the knights, the regular plastic knights from Games Workshop, saving the armor for last is probably the best bet, because you can get really good details on them. Which leads me to part of my next Forgeworld. We are going to journey into Forgeworld. This Forgeworld is going to have 2 items in it. Kind of 3 technically, since you saw that. One I'm just going to show you right now, because this isn't anything special or fancy. Well, it is for me, sort of. But it's not the focus of this video. So with the new 8th edition coming out, lots of things going on in the world. Lots of coolness. Everybody who knows me and knows my channel and familiar with it, you know I'm predominantly a Tau guy. Tau is my main collector's army. That is the army that I collect, and I want to field like a full planetary defense force. You know, what you would think they would have, the brigades. That's like a dream. But also everybody knows that I want to do ultimately a giant model train collector style thing for that. Well, that's many moons down the road and many stressful depression areas down the road, but it's something that I will eventually do. I just know it. But it's an army that I like to play. It's fun to play, but does get a lot of flack. Currently in 7th edition. Now 8th edition, we don't know. We'll see. Either will or it won't get flack. What's the matter, kid? Okay, you can stand right there. Oh gosh, go away with your butt tickling. No, this kid, I love her to death. But anyway, so 8th edition coming out. There's a lot of new stuff coming on. You know, we know there's tons of new rules. We've been talking about that. Games Workshop's been pretty open about stuff and telling it, don't put your mouth. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But the other thing coming in 8th edition, we've seen teasers about this, and we saw this back in 7th edition before we knew 8th edition was really truly a thing. But the one army that my channel doesn't have, I mean, I have my Tau, I have my Orcs, they're my other ones that I really want to build up. I have Necrons, my daughter has Tyranids, like I said, Orcs are part of my thing. Eldar is kind of we have Eldar. They're here. They're represented. Small, tiny amounts, but they're represented. Imperial Guard are still technically represented because my Imperial Knights army is kind of an Imperial Guard army. I just use the Imperial Guard as the kind of their planet's home military. So one of the few armies that hasn't been featured on here, and honestly, from the get-go, I never was going to feature it. We know Space Marines. I was all against Space Marines, and then all of a sudden I decided to do a Lost Legion army, which is kind of a 30k, but gonna be brought into 40k and beyond, whatever this is now. But Chaos. Chaos has never been a thing. I've never really been fond. I like the story behind Chaos. I like all the stuff, you know, the fluff and jazz. But I just never wanted to collect it. I wasn't a fan of Tzeentch. I wasn't a fan of... What's up, kiddo? I wasn't a fan of Khorne, Slaanesh. I wasn't a fan of Slaanesh. I just didn't like them, and the Primarchs never really kind of enticed me. You know, I mean, my favorite Primarchs are still Vulcan and Layman Russ. Those are still two of my favorites. One of my other favorites, we'll talk about him in a minute, but is kind of, I have always liked this Chaos army, this Chaos, just Death Guard. It's Death Guard. Nurgle. I've always found Nurgle pretty interesting. It's just a cool something about the rot and decay, which I think goes up to the zombies kind of aspect of it, and that's why I've always liked them, because zombies are rot and decay, and I really love the zombie genre. So, with that being said, back a while ago, they teased new Death Guard models for 40K. And the glimpses I saw, they looked phenomenal. It really just made me go, crap, am I going to get into... am I going to dive into Chaos now? Yes. Yes, I am. Papa Nurgle has called me in, and I'm coming his way. So, that's what this first little part, all that long drawn-out process for this first little part of stupidness. I have picked up my first Death Guard figure. And it's Forgeworld. It's not Primarch or anything like that. Mortarion is a beast. But I really think the first Mortarion figure I'm going to get is going to be the new 40K Primarch when that comes out. So let's go ahead and get this going so we can get on to the second part. The second model that's part of this. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, but it doesn't have to do with this. It doesn't have to do, like, the second part of the model is something completely different. Completely. It's not Death Guard, it's not Chaos, but anyway, I picked up the Nurgle Chaos Sorcerer. So I guess the Nurgle Psyker, pretty much. I love that model. I mean, look at that guy. Oh, look at that rotten belly and that guts. My all-time favorite model from Forgeworld, or from Games Workshop, period, all across all their ranges, is the Nurgle Knight Champion. He is amazing. The one that, y'all know what I'm talking about, the one with the big spikes on his shoulder, and he's got the cool little helmet, and then he's got the axe across his gut, and his gut's kind of leaking over the axe handle. That model is just it's sculpted so nice, it just looks so sick.
Don't we have, like, a model that has, like...
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh!
I've been painting that model for years now, and I still haven't finished it.
You haven't?
Oh, no, I haven't. So, that's kind of leads me again, like I said, back into Death Guard. Saw they were coming out, heard they were coming out, the new stuff, and it sounds like the 8th edition box set is going to be Space Marines with the new Super Space Marines and Death Guard. So that really enticed me a lot to do this. I'm going to go ahead and go table down. We're going to do 2 separate videos here. I've babbled on. We'll do another Journey to Forgeworld for later. But we'll just go ahead and show you this guy. Let's table down. What? Let's write down. Okay. Here we are, table down. Now, this is legit Forgeworld. I did order this through Forgeworld. I got it in. I took it out of the box a little earlier, so I wasn't sure if I was going to do a Journey into Forgeworld on this guy. But I'm just so stoked about him and so in love with the sculpt. I feel like I have to be honest. It's just something about that nurgly, rotty body, dude. Like, I'm still working on my Death Guard color scheme. How I want to do it. Is that a little... It is. He's got a little nurgling. Look at that little nurgling booty right there. Little nurgling bottom sitting on his shoulder. That's just silly. I'm finding new stuff on this model now as I'm showing him to you guys. Oh, that skull is wicked sick, dude. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love with this model. It's got a bit too many spiky bits for me. That kind of hurt my fingers. Yeah, look at that. I just snapped that off with my hand. So here's he came with this glaive. Glaive would be the right word, I guess. And it's cool and all. While I like it, I like, the nurgly rottiness, and it's got that little nurgle symbol down there. I don't feel it belongs to this guy. Okay? So, I'm going to show you everything he came with. Here's his other arm. So he's going to be pointing, maybe casting a spell. There's a little banner. I've never been a fan of banners, like back banners, so I may not use that. Here's his backpack. The cool old ones, or new ones. Not the 30K style ones, but really cool. That's kind of got some weak sculpt on it. Like I lost some of the detail in there. A little bit. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Came with a little bitty 20-something millimeter base. I'm going to bulk it up a little bit, put them on like a 32. I think that'll fit them better. And I think that's what new Marines are too. I don't remember. But I also picked up these. The scythes. Now, my main reason for getting these is for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip this off, the tip of it off. And then I'm going to take one of these scythes and I'm going to snip it, snip the section where the hand is right there out. And probably one of the ones where it's only one arm holding it. But anyway, snip that off. Let me go ahead and show it to you on camera, shall we? And put it on here so he has a scythe instead. Because I feel like that goes better with them. That makes more sense to me with these guys. You know, that's just Nurgle. Nurgle has that feeling to me. I mean, I don't know why, it just does. So, again, this is Journey into Forgeworld. I got all the stuff from Forgeworld. This is my steps into Nurgle. I wasn't going to show you this guy yet, but I am. Y'all know that I buy from China a lot. More than I should. So, me and a friend were talking about a figure that quite possibly they could redo later to go along with this. And I kind of hope they do. Because I was never a fan of the 40K version, but the 30K version is bomb diddy bong bong. I love it. So I picked him up to count as this character for 40K. Well, here, Typhus. And yes, this is a China cast junker. So it's that brittle crap resin, so I got to be careful with it. That's got it because I want to paint him up. I think it's going to be cool. So he's got his two different heads. This is the head I'm going to go with, obviously. I like the helmeted head. The unhelmeted head is cool, but again, it's that crappy sculpt, so I'm not really digging it too much. And of course, his cool arms. There's just something about this guy. I just like the way he looks. You know, he's like, oh, I'm pointing over here. And of course, he's got the rad scythe. Another one that's going to be pretty cool. It does come with the base, the little two-part base. And you put this guy inside here, and that goes on the outside. Blah, 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 blah. And that, of course, goes on top of that. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. I may save this for something else. Or whatever, I don't know. Just glue it so it looks normal. But yeah, so this is my delve into the Death Guard, man. This is where this is its start. This is my chaos so far. This is my first chaos Nurgle model. Looking forward to this 8th edition coming out and that box set coming out to see all the new models that are going to be in there for Death Guard. And 2, they showed this rad scythe. And everybody, most of the people I've talked to, and including me, are leaning towards that not being Typhus, but that actually being Mortarion coming back. So another Demon Primarch comes to rise. And I really do hope it is. I think that would be so, oh man. I'm looking forward to Mortarion. Guilliman looks awesome, but seeing what they could do in plastic with, or Magnus was rad. So imagine the Mortarion, dude. Oh, I'm stoked on that. So yeah, guys, this is it for this Journey into Forgeworld. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here, and we're gonna do another one for later, for the other part, the other special treat. I'll just give you a little sneak peeker. That's it. A couple big white boxes over there. That's all you get. That's all I'm showing you. That'll be the next Journey into Forgeworld. either coming out next week or tomorrow. Who knows? Guys, I love you. I hope y'all are excited for 8th edition too. I hope you're excited for all these new models that are going to be coming out. I love models and I love this hobby and I love everything about it, dude. And just really having all this fun stuff coming out soon. It's just, yeah, it just makes me that much happier. And just with the way things are going right now, we're working out a lot of stuff. Well, I'll talk about this some other time. I'm jabber. Guys, I love you all. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.